You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
Thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 99. We're 99 episodes deep into the podcast. Wow. It seems like yesterday we had episode 1. It seems just like yesterday we had episode 50. Seems like yesterday we did episode 98, which it wasn't yesterday, it was last week. But you get what I'm saying. Well, all that being said, I want to say how much I love and appreciate all of you that listen to the podcast on a regular basis. Mr. Adam, yeah, dude, he lets me know piece by piece. He'll break it down for me, every piece of the podcast that he gives me his comments, man. And dude, I'll tell you what, that's worth gold to me, man. I appreciate that. If you feel like giving me your thoughts and feelings on the podcast, you can do so by emailing podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com. I'm going to take it a step further. I'll give you my personal email here at work. So it's not personal, it'll be my work email, but it's Justin@outerbanksthisweek.com. So I'm going to start giving that one out. Instead of podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com, I'm going to use Justin@outerbanksthisweek.com. So just email me and give me some ideas, give me some thoughts, some feelings, some topics, all that fun stuff. Would love to discuss what you want to hear. Okay. Y'all, it's been cold. There's no other way to put it. It has been pretty daggum cold. It's not been getting out of the 30s here lately. We had a day just the other day where it was, I think the high was like 47, and we were like, hey, a warm front. But I mean, the temperatures fell out around here, and it fell out with a ferociousness. There were some threats of snow at one point. Luckily, we didn't get anywhere I live. But some people were like, oh, it's snowing in Kitty Hawk. Oh, I see snowflakes in Currituck. Oh, I see snowflakes in Collington. I didn't see squat for snow, and I loved it. I will tell you, though, like most parents, I want to see some snow for my kids' sake, but not for my sake. And I'll put it to you like this. This dude will hunker down and will not leave his house. Okay, unless it's like a dire emergency, I'm not leaving. I've been in a car accident when ice was on the ground, and I know there's a difference in snow and ice, but regardless, they're both frozen forms of liquid. It's just not going to happen for this guy to get out on the road, because I was staring at the side of the Washington Palm Bridge one time on my way to the radio station. This was, almost 10 years ago now. And I'm staring at the side of this bridge because I hit a patch of ice, and being the idiot that doesn't know how to drive on ice, I hit the brake. I skid. As soon as my truck catches traction, shot to the other side of the bridge. And this is the bridge that goes from Manio into Nags Head. And I was scared to death. I thought I was going to go over the side. I almost lost control of my bowels. Luckily, I didn't. And by the grace of God, that bridge held up. My truck didn't take too bad of a bump, but still, it was scary. So if there's snow, ice on the ground, nope. I don't care if I get fired. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to leave my house. Unless you've been in that situation, do you know? But anyway, regardless of all that, it's just been flat out cold, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. Oh, coming up in this episode of the podcast, I'm bringing back in Miss Sandy Pace. Now, you may remember Miss Sandy from episode number 52 of the podcast. She came in and she talked about the Special Olympics of Polar Plunge coming up here in just a few weeks' time. It's sometimes in February. I don't have the date in front of me right now. I apologize. I believe it's like the 10th, maybe 12th. We're just going to stop right there. I'm not going to try to guess. When she comes in, she's going to tell me all about it anyway. So she's going to come in. We're going to talk about the Polar Plunge. I did it last year under the blanket of Carolina Barbecue Company. My buddy Mike at Carolina Barbecue Company, he donated $50 to it for me to jump in the ocean. I wore his shirt and everything. It was cold, but it was worth it, okay? And just all the people there. Anyway, we're going to have her come in and talk about that here in just a few moments. Thinking about the news, I haven't really heard anything that's just jumping off the page at me as far as news is concerned. But as I always say every week, Sam Walker, OBXnews.com is your source for news. Grand Slam. Woo! Sam Walker. He's got a pretty great podcast, too, that he does with his wife, the Sam and M podcast. And that's on all your major podcast platforms. So you go to Sam Walker, OBXnews.com, become one of his insiders, and you'll get the scoop on all things Outer Banks news, crack-a-lackin'. He is the man when it comes to the news. You want answers? Sam Walker is the answer. That's what I call him. Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. Hey, I want to thank Jeremy Russell for coming in here. Musician Jeremy Russell. What a fun guy. I'm telling you right now, if you heard our conversation, you heard my interview with him, you understand now why he's such a fun individual. I've been knowing him for years. Like I said, we talked about high school days. We talked about when I helped him move from Raleigh back to stay and settled on the Outer Banks. Talking about all the different gigs that he plays and how you can get in touch with him if you want him to play a gig. I'll tell you, you won't regret hiring Jeremy Russell for entertainment, for whether it's a wedding, private event, if you're a bar looking for some extra entertainment. And Jeremy Russell's great. He's fantastic. I'm hoping to get Ty Fleming in here maybe next month to talk, but we'll see. I've got a list of entertainers that I'm going to be bringing through these doors to be on the podcast with me. So, Jeremy, dude, hey, thank you for being on the podcast with me. Oh, we're getting ready to launch off, and I feel like a broken record, but Captain Marty is getting ready to launch into some new adventures, and we're really excited about that. So stay tuned for all those details. Just keep listening to those fishing reports and stories that are up online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Click on the Captain Marty tab, and you can hear all the fishing reports. You can hear all the stories in their entirety, and take it all in. Again, we're going to launch into some new, exciting things with him, so just stay tuned for all of that. All right, we're going to jump to some shout-outs here in just a few moments, but hey, I got a buddy of mine. His name is Mike Denny. He has a company called So Nice Again Contractors, SNA Contractors. We're going to hear all about the services that he provides as a contractor right now. So Nice Again, or SNA, is a full-service restoration company that offers a wide range of services to help you repair damages on your property caused by various elements. Whether you need to fix a section of your home or require cleanup for your business, our team has the experience to serve you. SNA specializes in water damage, fire, septic, mold, and more. Let SNA help you with your insurance claim as well. For more information, go online to SoNiceAgain.com. Make your home nice again with SNA. Yes, SoNiceAgain.com is where you can find him online. All right, again, we're going to jump into some shout outs. And if you are listening to the podcast, shoot me an email. I want to give you a shout out. Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com is how you can get in touch with me. Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. I want to start with my buddy, Mr. Ryan Cashion, and I'm sure I'm butchering your last name. You're going to have to let me know if I am. He sent me a photograph over the weekend of his daughter with his Ernest doll that he got back in the 80s. And of course, if you know me, you know I'm a huge Jim Varney fan. Ernest P. Worrell. He's commonly referred to as, he's my favorite actor of all time. And again, he has one of it's still in the box too. And I almost made him an offer. I want to be like, yo, man, how much you want for that? But that thing is gold, okay? I would feel bad if he was like, hey, man, $50. I'd be like, nah, dude, you need to be off. You need to sell it for way more than that. Like, I'm willing to give you more than that, but I'm willing to bet that there's other collectors out there that have deeper pockets than me that would probably give him a lot more. So, dude, if I were you, I'd just keep that, man. Keep that in the box, safe somewhere, because that's gold, what you got right there. So I appreciate you sending me that picture. I also want to shout out to all the Commanders fans out there winning their first playoff game in 19 years or something? Beating the Buccaneers this past weekend. See, my wife is a Commanders fan, Redskins fan, whatever. So that kind of makes me a fan too. So I was happy for them. And now they're going to take on the Lions this coming weekend in Detroit. Not feeling super optimistic about the outcome of that game. But hey, look, HTTR, let's keep the party going. It would be awesome if they upset the Lions. Now, I'll tell you the truth. If the Lions beat them, I'm going to be a Lions fan for the rest of the playoffs. But hail to the Commanders, HTTR, whatever. So all the Commanders fans out there, that one was for you guys. And hopefully they'll keep running through the playoffs. The last shout out I want to give is to a gentleman. I don't know him, and it's likely he probably is not going to hear this, but you know what? If he does, that would be awesome. His name is Justin Stagner. I think I'm saying his last name right. Stagner. He is a content creator that I found back in the summertime of last year. I was just kind of going through like the reels that they have online, and I stumbled across this gentleman called Southern Grandpa. Okay. Now it's Mr. Justin here, and it's cool because he and I share the same names. I thought that was kind of cool, but he's dressed up like an older gentleman. He's got these coveralls on. He's got this hat on, glasses anyway, and he talks like a southern, like you can imagine, like you could close your eyes and you hear this gentleman talking. It's just, and he says these funny things. So like one of the things I'll just kind of share that he says is he's talking about just different individuals throughout the community. And he talks about this guy named Jerry. And one of the things that Southern Grandpa says, he's like, hey man, you seen Jerry's new girl? Woo, you talk about big. Oh, you got to get a CDL just to drive her around. He says just funny stuff like that. You've got to watch his video. So look him up online. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. He's on Facebook. Type in Justin Stagner, Stagner. He and his wife is just as funny as he is. They are like some sort of like comedy power couple there, and they put these funny videos out. And y'all, I'm telling you, you will laugh hysterically. The dude is great. I'll sit there and just watch his videos for like an hour just because they're so funny. They really are. You really need to check him out. He's from Alabama. I want to say like Mobile, Alabama. And one thing I like about him is he's an Alabama fan, which I am, so am I. And he's an Atlanta Braves fan, and I'm a huge Braves fan. So like when I was seeing some of the gear he was wearing, I was like, and he loves Stone Cold Steve Austin. I named my son after Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, Austin Bateman, yeah. So hey, Mr. Justin, if you ever get a chance to hear this, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great. You're going places, and I would love to get you here to the Outer Banks to do some stand-up stuff because you are absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right, we're gonna bring Miss Sandy in to talk about the Special Olympics, all that they're doing, what they've been up to over the last year, and the Polar Plunge here in just a few moments. But hey, if you are in need of a diesel mechanic, you gotta go see my man Ryan at Wine Cheese Off-Road Diesel Performance. He would love to look under your hood. When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wine Cheese Off-Road Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master Mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find him on social media. Wine Cheese Off-Road Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. Joining me as promised is Miss Sandy Pace from the Dare County Special Olympics and the Polar Plunge. Miss Sandy, how are you today?
I'm great, Justin. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm running all over the place, but I'm good. I can't complain about much. Busy is good, and when you got stuff to do, idle mind is a devil's playground, is what Mama would say.
That's right. It keeps you out of trouble.
That's right. So I was looking, and you were actually, this is episode 99 of the podcast.
Oh, wow.
The last time you were here was episode number 52. So that's, quite a few weeks since you've been here. What has been going on with Special Olympics, Dare County Special Olympics? What's been taking place over the last year, I guess we could say?
Well, since last year when we spoke, of course, we had the Polar Plunge, and we'll be talking about that here in a minute, but we had all of our activities. We had a bowling team, swim teams, tennis, soccer. For the first time ever, we have a new coach, and we started a fall soccer program, so that's very exciting. And looking forward to our second season of that this year. We've had our equestrian program. We sent 28 athletes to the state competition. 2 of our swimmers came back and won the state competition. They are first in the state in 2 entries for the swimming. But we came back with lots of gold medals, lots of silver medals. We actually sent a bocce team to the fall tournament this year. Came back, we had our first ever team from Hatteras Island, and so they came back with a silver medal. And then we also sent our equestrian team to the state competition this year as well. So we've been having a busy year, everything going on, all kinds of sports and activities. So we've also increased our number of athletes this year. Like I said, Hatteras is now participating, and they've been coming up for sports practices. And then also locally, we have increased our numbers. So we are at over 130 athletes registered in Dare County.
You said something about equestrian or equestrian competitions. Why? We jumping horses? What are we doing?
We are riding horses. We're also doing showmanship, where we walk the horse around and do some different things with the horse and show what, how you manage the horse and get the horse to listen to you and do some things. So yeah, they love it. They love it.
Excellent. I love it. I mean, numbers have increased. You have different opportunities and different activities and things in different sports. I love it. I love the direction in which you're heading. And I know you're thrilled to death to be a part, and help assist with it along the way.
These are my favorite people in the whole wide world. And I'm telling you, if you guys are having a bad day, you spend 5 minutes with these folks and you will not be having a bad day. If you are, there's something wrong with you. We've also had our big spring games, which we have every end of April, beginning of May. We'll be doing that again this year. And we will take all kinds of volunteers. We don't care what you're good at. We will plug you in somewhere. This is a completely volunteer-led program. All of the money we raise goes directly to our athletes and the programs that we do for them, whether it's purchasing equipment, medals, uniforms, t-shirts, traveling with them, providing their meals. They don't pay for anything. All of the coaches are volunteers. All of the assistant coaches, any other special event volunteers, even the local coordinators, myself and Jackie Frappier, we are volunteers. So yeah, we are loving it though. Like I said, it's the best community to be in. These guys and girls, they are amazing and they love to compete. They cheer each other on, but they are definitely competitive.
Excellent. Absolutely are. I've seen some of the videos and some of the different things and what they do, and it's like, yes, they love to compete, and they're definitely competitive. All right, Polar Plunge coming up.
All right, and that's another competition they're having. They are challenging our entire community to come out and support us on February 15th at Jennette's Pier. We will be starting check-in / registration at 10 o'clock in the morning. You can register online, but we will have everybody come through, whether you pre-registered or not, to sign. Make sure we have the signed waiver.
Right.
And then you'll get a bracelet in order to be able to plunge. Okay. So that check-in / registration will start at 10. The opening ceremony will start at 11, and we should have a safety brief sometime around 11:20, and the first set of plungers will be plunging about 11:30. And we are
throw plungers into water. Is that what you said?
Nice try. However, we had a couple people last year that wore plungers on their head. They were the OBX Plungers team. So that's another competition this year is best costume. We will be giving out prizes for best costume, best team costume, the team with the most participants in it. Different things. We'll be having raffle tickets given away for anybody that participates. The raffle tickets are free. We will be giving everybody one of those, and then you have the option to get one of our raffle items. We will also be selling some merchandise. Dare County has some really cool towels that have the Dare County Special Olympics shield on them that you can purchase and use year round, because of course we live here at the beach. We don't just use it for the polar plunge, we're going to use it year round. Right. We'll have some pretty cool wrapware cups that we will be using. We have a company that we're dealing with, and they gave us a whole bunch of cups and did something nice for us, and so we'll be selling those as merchandise. And the state will also be bringing some SONC, which stands for Special Olympics North Carolina merchandise. So there'll be some things there this year for you guys to purchase. Be on the lookout for that. We'll be posting on our Facebook page some of that information. But then, of course, the plunge starts at 11:30, and we'll take 50 people max at a time. We'll have the Coast Guard's going to be out there, the law enforcement, we'll have some law enforcement representatives out there. I think the Wildlife Commission is coming. I'm not quite sure right now about that, but they came last year. But it's going to be a great day. We had over 300 registered last year. It was raining and nasty. We did it in March, but everybody enjoyed it. I think about 200 plus actually plunged. So it's rain or shine, guys. Come on out. If you're not going to plunge, come cheer on everybody. Check out the crazy costumes people will be in. The polar bear will be there this year. There's going to be a photo op option. We will be using the big room upstairs at the pier this year. Oh, so we'll be able, that's where check-in and registration and the merchandise will be. We'll have some coffee and donuts and some hot chocolate out there. So yeah, just come on out and support us. You can go online. I think Justin's going to put the link up for us. And so you can register online, and the athletes team and Special Olympics Dare County's team is called Freeze and Friends. Feel free to join our team, or you know what, compete with us and get your own team, but we're still going to raise the most money and have the most people on our team. So good luck to you.
Now let me ask you this. last year, what was the goal last year? Did we get there last year? I can't remember.
We beat our goal last year. The goal was 50,000. We came in at more than 55,000.
Okay.
Our goal this year is 75,000, and we are at about 23,000. So guys, we have a long way to go. We need your help.
All right.
We are grateful for the supporters that we have. We have wonderful folks that are supporting us that have offered to be sponsors, and so that sponsor banner will be out there with all of them on there. I don't want to start naming names because I know I'll forget somebody. But those sponsors will be recognized at the plunge, and so we appreciate them. But if you would like to sponsor, we will take you. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out via email at dare@sonc.net. And we can hook you right up into a sponsorship package. Or if you want to sponsor an athlete, it's $50 to plunge. And so we have asked people to sponsor athletes, and we've gotten a really great response with that as well. So yes, but our goal is 75 grand. I know we can do it. And we live in the best community anywhere. You guys are so supportive, and we are greatly appreciative. Wawa's one of our big supporters, and they actually came in with $5,000. So we're grateful for them, but and some of our other supporters. So yeah, please come on out and join us.
All right. So I last year you challenged. You're not going to do it this year. I can tell. You obviously aren't going to do it. So I'll just it's all good. But last
challenge someone that's expected to be there now. Once you come, it's
an okay.
You have to show up. Well,
I can tell you that I've already got it on my calendar.
Good.
And I have intentions of being there. I can tell you that. And I enjoyed it last year, and it was cold. I was standing there with Commissioner Irvin Bateman. I saw Spencer from Parks and Rec, talked to them. I mean, I saw a lot of people that I knew. And I mean, I loved in the beginning, I believe it was an athlete, I think he was from Raleigh, that spoke in the beginning, kind of did like a little opening ceremony kind of thing. And Lisa Brickhouse Davis was kind of the MC for it. She did a fantastic job. Love her so much. And just the morale of everyone and just the excitement that everybody possessed. I mean, I saw somebody dressed like a seagull last year, I think. We
had some chickens, we had some seagulls.
Maybe that's what it was.
We had some girls in tutus. You name it, it was out there last year. And so come on out and just see the crazy and silliness. It's so much fun.
And I don't recall it being it was kind of wet and nasty, but I don't recall it being like 30 degrees or even in the 40s. I think it was in the low 50s. So that was kind of pleasant, but I remember just kind of getting pelted with rain for a second there and being like, all right, come on, let's go. Let's go. I got to get this over with. I believe you let me in the first wave.
Yes.
I was one of the first ones to go with Irvin and a few others, and I'd never done it before. And
what do you think?
I'm not going to say I definitely didn't regret it, but it was cold. And some people went out there and they started swimming around. Not me. I jumped in and jumped out.
But all the talking, all the chit chat happens prior to the plunge, and after that, everybody grabs their towel and heads on out of there. But
yes.
It's a wonderful event. It's actually become our big event to raise the funds that we need that will run our program for the whole year. It probably takes. Or not probably, it does take anywhere between $55,000 and $65,000 a year to run our program. And so this event has really come in and helped us to where we don't have to, work as hard the rest of the year to make those funds, to make sure all of our athletes get to do the things that they want to do and can do. Because the best thing I say about them is watching at the beginning of the season where they are and watching them at the end of the season and how much they've grown and how much they've learned and how proud of themselves they are for what they've accomplished. And it's heartwarming. And so I will be out there to do whatever I can to raise whatever funds I can to help them, no matter what it is, and let them be their own voice. They don't need us to talk for them. They can do it for themselves, whether, they're verbal or they're nonverbal. They'll let you know what they need, and they'll let you know what they want and what they're capable of. I always say, don't sit there and feel sorry for them, because they don't feel sorry for themselves.
No.
They are ready. They are willing. They are the best workers in places. They are the best competitors, because they definitely are competitors, but they're definitely fair, and they look out for each other. So it's really, really a great bunch of guys and girls to hang out with.
Right, absolutely. I shout out real quick to Carolina Barbecue Company in Manio, because he actually got wind of, he heard your challenge to me, and he said, Justin, I will sponsor you. So I remember picking up the money from him, bringing it with my registration, and I went ahead and threw on a Carolina barbecue t-shirt, just as a, like, hey, look, I'm flying under the Carolina barbecue flag today. And that's like my buddy Mike. He's always willing to give and help and assist. So I appreciate him doing that for me last year. So Mike, you're going to do it again this year, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah.
Commissioners, when I challenged them at the meeting a couple weeks ago, is you either plunge or you pay or you do both. And Commissioner Rob Ross always plunges, and Commissioner Bateman always plunges. So yeah, we expect to see you guys out there, and I'll also challenge all of the town managers. Come on out and
So Dickerson, manning their town manager. Okay.
come on out. Let's see you out there and bring a team. I know the Coast Guard is trying to get together a team, and they're going to be on site and help us out with some safety protocols. So it's going to be a great day. Lisa Brickhouse Davis will be there again for us. She's wonderful.
She is.
We will also have a radio presence as well.
Nice.
And so we're going to have a DJ this time and some music, and it's going to be great.
All right.
Lots of good stuff.
Little dance party on the sand before
That's right.
Get y'all pumped up. Well, that's excellent stuff, and I know that my dad said he's like, no, I'll just go ahead and give him some money, and he
does every year, but I have a challenge for Mitchell.
Oh Lord, oh gosh.
So I hope you're listening, Mitchell. The challenge this year is I need someone to be my polar bear. I have the costume. I need somebody to be in it this year. The gentleman who did it last year is willing to do it again, but he'd like to give it up, and I think I found just the right person.
I don't know that he will be listening to this podcast. He's hit and miss with it, but I can easily relay that message for you.
Thank you.
I can easily do that. All right, let's shift gears real quick. We've got everything about the Polar Plunge. February 15th. Registration starts at 10.
Yes.
The plunge is at 11:30 at Jennette's Pier.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at 2025 as a whole. Do you have any dreams, any aspirations, any projects coming up this year with Special Olympics that you can kind of tease us with or maybe talk about?
We have, after the Polar Plunge, we will also be participating in the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which we do every year.
Very nice.
We will have our Spring Games, which I think this year tentatively is set for March 9th, and that will be at First Flight High School track. So we will need volunteers for that. We will need help. We have some great community organizations, the Knights of Columbus and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, that help us with that program every year. And then we would love to take more of our athletes to state competitions. We have the Summer Games that happen the first weekend in June. The Equestrian happens in September. Fall games happen in November, and then we have some tennis opportunities with the Abilities Tennis folks, which is a collaborating group with us, in December. So we would love to see more of our athletes get the opportunity to participate and compete at a state level. However, we will have invitationals locally. Our first swim meet is March 9th at the YMCA.
Okay.
And we also have heard from some other counties. We've got Carteret County coming, and I think even some folks from Suffolk, Virginia come and participate with that. Kathleen Morgan's our swimming coach, and she does a great job. And so we love that. Bowling will have its own invitational at some point. Basketball will. John Morris is our basketball coach. So yeah, it's good. We've got a lot coming up, and tennis will be happening in the fall. Bocce and soccer again. We love Brett Anderson. He's been great. And Caitlin Kite with Dare County PR, she has been wonderful with getting information out, but she helps with soccer as well too. So yeah, we've just got a lot of different things coming up. The Night to Shine as well. It's not really a Special Olympics thing, but the Night to Shine, Tim Tebow dance is coming up February 7th. And it's always such an amazing night. Sorry, it's going to make me cry, but to see these guys all dressed up, and they're just so excited and so happy to be in there having a good time. And it's an opportunity for them to come to a formal dance that they don't ever get the opportunity to ever have. So, and even if they don't want to dress up, they don't have to. But everybody is crowned a king and queen. So it's just a good night. But lots of activities with Special Olympics. I know we did a recap last year at the end of the year. We had an end of the year celebration. And also, I'd just like to shout out Zachary Nelson and Allison Holland were our 2024 female and male athletes of the year.
Very nice.
And Laura Davis was our coach of the year. So we're grateful for all of them. But after we looked at everything that we did for the year, I said, no wonder I'm exhausted. This has been great.
Yes.
But it's worth every minute to give these folks some opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have. And again, like I said, it's only made possible from all the volunteers, the county support, the community support, local businesses and individuals. We can't do it without you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, all your time and energy and your efforts, they don't go unnoticed. You kind of go synonymous with it, and it's a blessing to have somebody as dedicated as you, with boots on the ground, keeping all the programs running, keeping them functioning, and just coordinating with everyone to make it happen. So we're very thankful for you, Miss Sandy, for doing all of that.
Well, thank you. But you know what? They are more of a blessing to me. I grew up with a brother that had autism, and he's no longer with us, but I do a lot of this for him, and I watched him enjoy himself and learn and grow. And so these people will teach you more than you ever thought they ever could, way more than we'll ever teach them. So as long as I'm alive, they'll be a big part of my life. And like I said, it's a blessing to me to be able to be out there and help them get what they need and do what they want to do.
Excellent. Well, Ms. Sandy, I thank you so much for coming in and talking to me again this year. Anything I can do to assist you along the way with any of the programs, any of just anything in general, I'm glad to do what I can, and I appreciate you coming in and giving me some time today.
Well, we appreciate you letting us come here on the podcast and really shout out for our OBX Polar Plunge. Like I said, that's our big fundraiser for the year, so we try to get as much out of that as we possibly can. Again, I just want to say thank you to the community, thank you to our coaches and our volunteers, and we'll see you out there on the 15th. I'm challenging everybody. I want this to be the biggest and the best yet, so come on. We can make that 75 grand. We can do it. I know we can. So if you need to contact me, you can contact me at dare@sonc.net and or reach out to Justin and he'll get up with me. We'll be happy to plug you in somewhere to volunteer and also challenge you to take that plunge.
Be glad to help. Yes, absolutely. Again, Miss Sandy, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
This is Doug Brindley. If you're a vacation homeowner and aren't getting what you need from your current vacation rental management company, don't get frustrated. Get Doug. As the owner of Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales, I can fix anything. Definitely an advantage over the other companies. Get in touch with me, Doug Brindley, today and find out how Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales can help manage your rental investment. With locations in Corolla, Duck, Kitty Hawk, and Hatteras Island, and online at brindleybeach.com. Service first fun always with Brindley Beach Vacations and Sales.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine, repair, or repower, I send them to the best in the business, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Honda outboard dealer. Honda motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock safely and quickly. Ratcliffe Marine is best known as the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Honda service, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264, Belhaven.
Yes, Radcliffe Marine in Belhaven. I'll tell you what, Ricky Radcliffe is a first-class gentleman. That guy is absolutely phenomenal. And he's got the largest repower center in all of Northeast North Carolina. Love to work on your boat engine, love to work on your boat, love to get you a new engine. Whatever the case may be, Radcliffe Marine in Belhaven is the place to go. You can visit them online at radcliffemarine.com. All right, let's take a look at what's going on locally here on the Outer Banks. Take a look at some events, and all these events I'm going to talk about can be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Click on the events tab, and there they are. I want to start, as I always like to start, with supporting your local high school and middle school athletics, wrestling, basketball, swimming. Please show these kids love and support. I'm going to try to get out to some more events before the time, runs out for these kids in these different sports. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off right now, but I'm going to do my absolute best to show these kids some love and support. So if you get an opportunity, whether you're here on the Outer Banks or not, go support your local high school and middle school athletics. Trivia nights, I host a few of them, which I'll talk about in just a few, but there's live music all across the board. Karaoke nights happening all over. And again, they're all listed online at outerbanksthisweek.com. The tickets for the Dare Education Foundation Dueling Piano Signature event are still on sale. You can go online to dareeducationfoundation.org for more information on that. And we'll hear from Macy and Kara in just a few moments to tell you all about the fun that you can have. Again, trivia nights with me at McGrath's Burger Shack in Nags Head. That's going on every Wednesday night starting at 6 o'clock. You know it's going to be fun if I'm a part of it. That's all I do is I like to party. It's all I like to do is party. Trivia night, again, at Wanchi's Marina on Friday nights. Now, that starts at 6:30. You may see it says it starts at 6 in other places, but it is at 6:30 when that starts. Okay? 6:30 is when I am there to do trivia at Wanchi's Marina. A couple things that are also coming up. A few benefits that are going to be taking place for the Brown family of Wanchi's. Now, you may have heard me speak of them a few different times. They lost their home to a fire. It was like right after New Year's. I mean, maybe a day or two after New Year's Day. House caught fire. They lost everything. And they're trying to rebuild. They're trying to get their life back. So they're having a barbecue fundraiser this coming Saturday. What's the date of this coming Saturday? The 18th? Yes, Saturday the 18th at Manio Assembly of God Church. It's right there on Highway 64, right past Manio Elementary School. They're doing a drive-through style fundraiser for them. You can get your drive-through barbecue plates from 11:30 to 3, $15 a plate, and all the money goes right back to the family, the Brown family. Also, McGrath's Burger Shack in Nags Head. You heard me just talk about them, how I do trivia nights there. They're going to be doing a chili cook-off for the Brown family as well. That's going to be on Sunday, February 16th. You can go to McGrath's Burger Shack's Facebook page for more information on that, how you can participate. You can ask some questions right through the Facebook page. Ashley and Chris McGrath, wonderful, wonderful people. They're great. I love those people. They're so fantastic, and they really they're like a lot of other people. They like to pour back into their community. So they're doing that for the Brown family. I think that's super awesome, and they're wonderful folks. So, and they'll message you and let you know if you want to participate. You want to bring a chili for the chili cook-off. Love to have you. They would absolutely love to have you. Oh gosh, let's take a look at the website, see what's going on there. I'm looking down the line. Looks like there's going to be some live music going on at New Vines and on Lost Colony Tavern in downtown Manio on Friday night. Oh, it's Outer Banks wedding weekend this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, what's going to be on the Outer Banks Wedding Association? Let's take a look at this real quick. Plan your wedding with us at the 2025 Outer Banks Wedding Weekend and Expo on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. Meet with local wedding vendors face-to-face. Save with special Expo-only promotions. You can win a $1,000 giveaway. Sample cuisine. Talk to the latest trends. Tour venues on the wedding tour and so much more. You can go online for more information. It's obxwa.com for more details. Okay, that's how you can get more information about what's going on at the Outer Banks Wedding Weekend and Expo. It's this coming weekend. I forgot it is Martin Luther King weekend. I'd forgotten all about that. Anything else? Let's see what else is going on. Oh, gosh. They're doing an acoustic Sunday with Phil Watson at Buffalo City Distillery this coming Sunday, the 19th. Anything on the 20th? Let's see. Let's keep going down. Wednesday. It's hard, honestly, throughout the middle of the week for things to happen. But I can tell you that, trivia night I'm doing next Wednesday night starting at 6 o'clock at McGrath's Burger Shack in Nags Head. They're doing trivia also over at Buffalo City Distillery at the same time. And then my buddy Troy Tugwell, he's doing Troyvia at Lost Colony Tavern on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I need to attend Troyvia one Wednesday night. I want to go to Troyvia and experience it because Troy and Troy Tugwell, I call him Wipey. That guy pours back into his friends like nobody else. He shows up for his friends. He shows up and participates in all their activity. I mean, dude's been coming to my trivia nights that I've been hosting, and I want to return that favor to him. I mean, that's a fantastic dude. I told him, I said, don't ever change. Keep pouring back into your people. So Wednesday night, 7 o'clock at Lost Colony Tavern, Troyvia. That'll be a lot of fun. He is a hoot. He will keep you laughing. Again, all the live music, all the different types of entertainment that's going on up and down the beach. Oh, Jeremy Russell's going to be at Buffalo City Distillery on Sunday, January 26th from 2 to 5. Little afternoon gig for him. Dude, if you get a chance to go over and hear him over at Buffalo City Distillery in Powell's Point, or Point Harbor rather, do that, please. You won't regret it. I'm telling you. Oh, that's about it that I got coming up by way of events. Again, go online to outerbanksthisweek.com, click on the events tab, and you can see all the different events in their entirety. Again, there's a lot of live music. There's a lot of karaoke nights, trivia nights. I mean, Greg Smerdell's got trivia nights all over the beach, everywhere. That dude has them everywhere. So they can all be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. In the near future, I know coming up in March, there's going to be the chili cook-off that Stripers does. I'm hoping to get maybe MJ in to talk about that again in the near future, but we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, just pour back into the community or pour back into these businesses that are staying open to keep you entertained. It's that time of the year. It's cold. Nobody really wants to move around too much. But hey, look, these people are trying to do things for you to keep you entertained and to have some fun. So please, go frequent these businesses as often as you can. That's all I'm going to say. Participate in the events. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. But hey, as I said a moment ago, we're going to hear from our friends Macy and Kara. They're going to tell us all about the Dare Education Foundation's signature event.
Back by popular demand, the Dare Education Foundation Dueling Pianos signature event, presented by Town Bank, Friday, January 31st from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at 108 Budley in downtown Manio.
Dance the night away to the New York Dueling Pianos while supporting Dare County Schools.
With a live auction and buy it now auction, fantastic food, and tasty beverages, this is guaranteed to be the party to start the year off the right way.
Get your tickets now at dareeducationfoundation.org. All money raised goes back to our teachers and kids.
It's a ton of fun for a great cause on Friday, January 31st at the Dare Education Foundation's Dueling Piano signature event.
All right. I don't know that I forgot anything. If I did, please forgive me and email me and let me know. Justin at outerbanksthisweek.com, and I'll gladly follow up with whatever it was that I missed. Love it when y'all email me. Love it when you text me. Love it when you Facebook message me, whatever, because it helps me learn more about you, the listener, and to learn more about what you want to hear. Okay. And I appreciate it. Like I said, my man, Mr. Adam, he hits me up all the time. I don't always get a chance to reply, and I apologize for that. But dude, I mean, he knows the deal. He's busy too. He's got kids. He's got he understands the grind that we all have to work, but he'll text me from time to time and let me know what's going on. So I appreciate that. And I look forward to getting more emails and things of that nature from you, the listeners, Facebook messages. Please don't hesitate to hit me up. If I don't reply right away, it's because I'm swamped, but I promise I'll do my best to get back to you. All right. I want to thank Miss Sandy for being on the podcast with me. What a fantastic lady. Does so much for the Dare County Special Olympics and the Polar Plunge every year. Can't say enough great things about her. All right. I don't know what's to come of next week. And the reason why I say that is because I have got to go out of town for another thing, for something else that I do in the community. And I've got to go to Raleigh for a few days, Raleigh, North Carolina. So I don't know if I'm going to have a podcast. It'll be like the first time since the podcast is launched that I may not have a podcast. And it's supposed to be episode 100. I don't know. See, so in a way, I always feel like this is a good thing. And the reason I say that is because episode 100 needs to be extra special. So maybe we'll skip episode 100 and go to episode 101. That way, when I do episode 100, oh gosh, I'm getting some ideas. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So I don't know what's to come of next week. So if there's no podcast, please don't be alarmed. It's just the fact that Justin got busy and had to do something else. So anyway, Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 99. Thank you again so much for listening and being loyal listeners. Hopefully what I do is beneficial to you in some way, shape, or form, and that you find it helpful all the way around. So thank you again for listening. I'm going to head on out of here. Have yourself a great and wonderful rest of the week. I may see you next week. If not, it'll be the week after. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.